100 Thieves starts week 7 tied in 3rd place with Clutch Gaming and Team Liquid with a shared record of 7-5. If 100 Thieves are able to win their 2 games, they clinch their spot for playoffs, and their first match of the day is against Team Liquid. 100 Thieves continues to put Afromu on playmaking champions, but Team Liquid gets the strongest bot lane with Xayah and Rakan, and Impact is on his famous Shen. Right at the start, Cody-san and Afromu find trouble in the jungle. Cody-san is unable to find a safe place to back and is forced to start with rocket jump instead of explosive charge. Team Liquid continue to delay Cody-san's back, and 100 Thieves duo enters lane with an XP, gold, and an ability disadvantage against a Xayah and Rakan lane. In the top lane, we see why Impact is scary on Shen. Someday gets whittled down early and is eventually forced to back at level 2 as he narrowly escapes death after using his flash.
And when you're this low, there's actually the chance of just getting taunt flashed on and dying. I mean, if he gets hit by another taunt here and it's up in 1 second, that should be a kill.
Okay, there's the taunt, gonna pull the dagger through as well. 2 more hits will do it, puts the shield back on. Someday, it would take 2 autos, not worth tower diving, but Impact gets the flash down.
Now that Someday is able to teleport into lane at full health while Impact isn't, Meteos comes up to look for a gank, but he's unable to find one and places down a ward to help protect Someday since he's vulnerable to a gank without his flash. And just as expected, Xmithy is looking for that gank top lane onto Someday. He dodges out on the ward in the jungle, he dodges out on the vision that Scuttlecrab gives, and Someday's ward just expires in the river. The flashless Someday has no chance for escape, and Xmithy and Impact seal first blood for Team Liquid.
Smite on for damage, the flash to follow, easy first blood picked up, kill goes over to Impact.
Meteos shows up bot lane for a gank, and Xmithy sees this. Xmithy paths top lane, dodging out of vision of the mid lane control ward and the top lane control ward as he jumps over a wall. With this huge wave crashing into the top lane, this is an easy gank for Xmithy and Impact.
Has stand united, so this should be a very easy dive.
All right, let's see who pulls the aggro. They're going to wait for it, but 500 HP on Someday. They're not going to wait out the shield. Here comes the damage up, and look at the burst there, and Impact has to run away, though.
In rebuttal of this play, the bot lane of 100 Thieves goes ham. Unfortunately, they forget that Shen still has his ultimate and backed and is at full health, so Afromu goes down quickly. With that, Team Liquid is up 3-0, a dragon, and 2k gold. 100 Thieves looks like they're on their back foot, and Meteos tries to find something. He ganks Pobelter in the mid lane with no luck, and it almost costs him his life as he ends up running into Kha'Zix in his own jungle after the gank. With fast reactions and popping his potion, he barely survives.
Meteos forced to run, ward hops away with his trinket, but still low on health. The chase still in, Xmithy gonna flash the wall, they're gonna trade. Is the burn gonna be enough? It looks like no, as Red Spite a time
Team
down.
Liquid look to dive the bot lane, but luckily 100 Thieves knows it's coming and they back off. Meteos runs the Rift Herald for the consolation prize, but unfortunately, Team Liquid find Meteos and Rio on the Herald. As Meteos and Rio are contested at the buff, Meteos secures it with a smite, but sacrifices his life as Rio grabs the buff and gets out to save.
4 seconds, Shocker pulls him one more time. That's gonna be the 4th kill of the game as Ryu forced to jump over the wall. He will stay alive. The jump in for Ole.
Nowhere is safe on the map. As Rio and Meteos continue to try to find vision, they run into Kha'Zix. They engage onto it, and Shen comes down again with a stand united, and Meteos loses his life. 100 Thieves seem to forget how to play around a Shen. But because of this fight, Cody-san is able to take the bottom turret, while Ryu is able to take the top turret. Team Liquid continue taking objectives and punishing every attempt 100 Thieves makes to regain territory and vision. Some members barely make it out alive, while some don't.
Like this Impact finding his duel over Ryu, finds the slow, grasp triggers, flash auto, and the solo kill for Shen takes down a core.
While Team Liquid is pressuring the top side of the map, 100 Thieves looks for a 2v1 against a 3-0 Impact, but it's too late. Impact Shen is way too strong, and he finds himself outplaying the 1v2.
He's buying some time. He's doing really good with that, but his health bar is still running low. Gets actually. Oh, you're kidding me! Impact actually gets the kill,
Shield
and he's not dying. Are you freaking kidding me? Impact still staying alive.
No.
Rakan shows up, gives him the heart, and that is ridiculous.
With that Impact outplay and Team Liquid's pressure in the top lane, they look for Baron. But it looks like they're baiting out a Baron fight. Kha'Zix and Rakan go in onto Cody-san and the rest of 100 Thieves, but Cody-san is able to make a massive outplay with the help of his team's amazing peel. 100 Thieves finally get their first kill on the board and delay the Baron take. 100 Thieves desperately try to push out waves and gain control around Baron, but Team Liquid is spread out and continue to keep 100 Thieves down and blind. After they see Alistar and Sion backing, they start the Baron. As Meteos and the rest of 100 Thieves go to try to check the Dark Pit, Ole hops over the wall to keep Meteos away as Team Liquid secure the Baron. Impact drops a newly fixed Banner of Command onto their siege minion to quickly take down the mid turret. Someday tries desperately to push away the bannered siege minion, but almost loses his life for it. Team Liquid grab the middle inhibitor and the top inhibitor off this push, and then finally forcing their way through bot and securing the ace before finishing down the Nexus.
If they get one, they're going to find a second as Ryu's going to lose his life on this, and the dive will continue as the rest of the damage should be no problem at all. A double kill for the mid lane, and the fourth kill of the fight is they're going to CC Someday's corpse, and it's just Cody's son left alive, and there is just simply not a chance to defend this one. Lick going to pull in a 31-minute win in their first game of the patch. For now, they have sole control of third place, and Liquid back on top.
And I mean, this game was just complete and utter domination. 13 kills to 1, 4 dragons to 0. Yes, 100 Thieves got a couple turrets, but this was all TL all the way. And so much of it was created through the advantages in the top lane by Impact, forcing out the flash by himself. They convert on the kill there. They get it.
Going into the second day, 100 Thieves is up against TSM. TSM is coming off a win against FlyQuest. That means 100 Thieves find themselves going into another match against a team they are tied with at 7-6. This match has serious implications for playoff standings, and with TSM's recent improvement, it might not be that easy. Now this match was a slow one, but it all came down to the amazing draft by Prolly. Prolly is able to seal a strong Rakan and Xayah bot lane, while TSM gets their successful Galio paired with engagement from Camille and Zac. But with the rest of the draft, Prolly pulls out Victor and Poppy. So now 100 Thieves goes into the match with Sejuani and Poppy to deny Camille and Zac engagements. TSM's hard AoE engage can be completely denied by Sejuani, Rakan, and Xayah's AoE abilities. Victor can drop his AoE ultimate on TSM's engagement, and Poppy can turn the fight around by breaking Camille's ultimate and popping away TSM's front line. Right at the start, we see that 100 Thieves learned from the day before how strong the Xayah-Rakan duo is, as they chunk out Sven early. Aphromoo continues to exert presence in lane, finding great trades throughout the entirety of laning phase. 5 minutes later, we see action elsewhere as Someday finds a fight onto Haunter, but doesn't get his steadfast presence up in time to prevent Camille's hookshot away.
Trade for him, Haunter, late. And some trouble here, flashing away. Someday tries.
A few minutes later, Meteos goes for the bot lane dive with an awesome engagement by Aphromoo and Meteos. Mithy, using his unsealed spellbook, is able to cleanse out of the Sejuani ult and saves Ven to delay enough time for Mike Young and Bjergsen to deter 100 Thieves from fighting any longer. Even though 100 Thieves and TSM get out just fine, TSM find an opportunity to use their semi-global kit. Mithy looks mid and brings Mike Young with him, followed by a Galio ult to get the kill onto Ryu's Victor.
Mike Young tries to jump after this, an elastic slingshot gonna ring true, find the mark. Galio coming in now as well with the grand entrance. Ryu trying to escape away from this one. First blood over to Mithy.
With TSM's resources used for first blood, 100 Thieves rotate bot lane to get first turret. They continue pushing even further to the second tier turret. The scuba duo of Meteos and Aphromoo find another opportunity to dive, but once the Galio ultimate comes down, 100 Thieves peel back. But 100 Thieves know that Sven is top lane, Zac recently finished Rift Herald, and Galio ultimate is still on cooldown. Cody-san and his crew are able to safely go back and siege up that turret. TSM tries to find their own opportunity by dropping Rift Herald in the top lane, but 100 Thieves gets a free dragon and are able to stop the Rift Herald's push from taking down the top turret. Huge trades in the advantage of 100 Thieves. TSM regathers and decides to take down this top lane turret. With 3 members top lane, TSM engage on the duo of 100 Thieves. Cody-san looks caught, but with a well-timed ultimate and flash, he's able to get under turret safely. But Cody-san still finds danger after a Galio ultimate comes down, but Sven gets baited into going too far. Someday is able to finish his teleport into the top lane, and Meteos is able to get a crucial stun onto Bjergsen, allowing 100 Thieves to come out with a kill.
Well, everybody's still alive. Bjergsen having to run away as Someday's here on the front line. TSM still looking to get themselves out, but Bjergsen will go down, and 100 Thieves find their mark.
With that, 100 Thieves is able to push for the top turret and gain vision control around Baron. This lack of vision becomes a problem for TSM. Shortly later, we see Hanser get caught out by Aphromoo and a team fight breaks out. 100 Thieves are able to again brush off the Galio and Zac engagement and find themselves getting an easy mid-turret. With the important Mountain Drake up, both teams look to gain control and vision around it when Aphromoo catches out Bjergsen. Both Aphromoo and Bjergsen get out safely and they quickly go back to get healthy to continue the Mountain Drake fight.
But Bjergsen's just TPing to join the team, not really to flank here. And Bjergsen just wants to make sure he's a part of this fight if it breaks out. It will be a full-on 5 versus 5, but Mike Young's going to be disengaged someday with a very nice ulti there from the Poppy. But the front line of 100 Thieves very low now. TSM still looking to secure the Drake. They've got it down to 2K. Meteos waiting over the wall. Wants to jump in here, see if maybe he can smite secure this, decides to go in for it! But it's Mike Young who's got the smite secure. TSM trying to get away from this one. Mithy with the save onto Bjergsen, but TSM still in full retreat. Ryu gonna be stunned up over the wall. Hanser going right back in, trying to lock him down. Vin coming through as well with some damage.
With Baron being the next objective, 100 Thieves continue their vision domination around it, and Aphromoo finds Hanser again in the river, but this time, Mithy is not around to save him. 100 Thieves secure a kill onto TSM's jungler as well, signaling 100 Thieves to quickly take Baron while TSM decides to take the first tier mid turret. With the Baron buff, 100 Thieves pushes both mid and top lane. TSM decided to rotate their members to the top lane to take out Someday, giving 100 Thieves the free tier 2 turret. 100 Thieves continue to push towards the inhibitor turret, taking it down quickly, but they decide to stay to take the inhibitor and unfortunately are engaged on and lose the 4v4 fight, losing 2 of their members.
Again, look at the patience being expressed from this team trying not to overstay. Aphromoo with the counterattack. Ryu gonna be taken very low. The execution not there from 100 Thieves, and TSM's able to make the collapse and find 2.
Over the next few minutes, 100 Thieves take a water dragon and TSM take a bot lane turret, but the map stays quiet until Mike Young and Bjergsen find an engagement onto Ryu. But Bjergsen gets CC'd for days and is unable to do anything.
Galio, Zonya's popped by Ryu, keeping himself safe. Into the middle goes Bjergsen. Ryu hopping away for now. Aphromoo gonna be taken low, but knocked down. Hanser swooping in. Hextech ultimatum is issued, and the Thieves are caught as Hanser's gonna be brought down instead. Sven looking to run away from Cody. Feathers fly as he's able to root up Mithy. Sven getting himself away, but the stun is down, and Mike Young is out.
With that fight, 100 Thieves are able to take the mid inhibitor, regain Baron vision control, and start up the Baron. With the Baron fight, 100 Thieves are able to keep Mike Young zoned away from the pit, and are able to keep Ryu and Cody's son away from the Camille Galio engage.
Right, we'll answer it. Baron down to 4K. Hextech ultimatum going to be issued. Here comes the Galio dunk into the back of the pit. Baron still going to be left alive. Mike Young taken low. TSM trying to disengage from this when their jungler is nearly dead. And that's
100 Thieves quickly use Baron to push top tier 2 turret and pressure the inhibitor turret. TSM and 100 Thieves engage on each other at the same time, which prevents Bjergsen and the rest of TSM to follow up on Mike Young's engagement.
down Cody's son with the damage. 100 Thieves now in a 5 versus 4, going right back into the mix. Here we go. Hanser in the back line, but it's Bjergsen trying to slam dunk right into the middle. Ryu with the Zonya's flashed away to keep himself alive. Hanser trying to remain unstoppable. Someday still going to be stuck there on the front line. The ultimatum seals his fate. As 100 Thieves try to get themselves away, Sven goes forward. Mithy into the very back. That was a gift for the Thieves. A double kill for Cody.
With the botched re-engagement by Mithy and Bjergsen, 100 Thieves are able to take the inhibitor and Nexus turret, but unable to finish the game after Hanser finally finds his target, Cody's son, with a one-shot.
They'll try to do the impossible defense here. They do manage to take down Cody with one hell of an uppercut kick from Hanser. Next is going to be Ryu, and TSM will hold the line.
In the next 5 minutes, TSM is able to find an Elder Drake and stall until all their inhibitors are back up. Then we find ourselves again around the Baron pit where TSM has no vision. Someday baits the engagement from Hanser to line everything up for 100 Thieves to deal a ton of Victor damage.
In. Someday might have looked like he was caught out there for a second. Steadfast Presence going to be disengaging this one. Looking to fight here in the corridor. Stun down onto Mithy. Into the back line goes Aphromoo. Lots of stuns all across the board. Mike Young looking to drag some back. They're going to pop the Resurrect. Can they find anything else? TSM looking to run for the hills as Hanser falls.
With Hanser dead and Mike Young backing, 100 Thieves take an easy Baron. TSM doesn't even try to contest it, and Bjergsen uses a teleport bot lane to get an inhibitor turret. TSM is able to stall out the Baron buff without losing an objective to 100 Thieves. Preparing for Elder Drake, Meteos and Afromu are able to find a pick on a Bjergsen that destroys TSM.
This is going to be it. They're able to go in. 100 Thieves looking to go on to Bjergsen. Can they find the damage? Mike Young with a kidnap into the back line as Cody Sun's looking to evade onto Haunster. Mike's taken low. Bjergsen's taken low. TSM is routed, and 100 Thieves are looking to go straight for the jugular. Bjergsen is down. Make that one a 4-for-1. Ben can't do anything. And the Thieves make the victory march down mid lane.
With that last team fight, 100 Thieves is able to push it down mid, finish the Nexus, and close out the game. With Prolly's incredible drafting, knowing what TSM wanted to do, and with 100 Thieves players knowing how to play this tricky comp and not being impatient with it, 100 Thieves secures a 4th place spot tied with Team Liquid going into Week 8.